Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Meeple Leaf Reviews. I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Jacob.
And today we're doing a what?
A before and after.
Which is...
where we give you our expectations before we've ever played the game. We've just gone through the rules and learned it. And then after that, we're going to go and we're going to play the game one time. Come right back here and tell you our first impressions.
And today that game is Manhattan Project Energy Empire.
Yeah.
I picked this one up because I heard a lot of buzz around it.
Yeah.
People seem pretty excited to play it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I gotta get it now. If other people are talking about a good game, I need to play this game.
Right.
So it was out of stock for a while. Finally managed to get a copy. Read through the rules. It seems pretty interesting. It has a few cool things going on that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, worker placement.
Yeah.
Like
worker placement.
Love that mechanism in games. It has a neat twist on it where instead of blocking people,
right,
you just make it more expensive. They're going to have to energize their workers in order to go to those locations.
Yeah.
So it has player interaction, but not player blocking necessarily.
Right. You can block because your first character that you put there, you can put a bunch of energy in with them and force your opponent to pay, 5 for their first time taking that action if you really think that they want to go there.
Right. And the other thing that I really, it has that I think I'll enjoy is like a little bit of tableau engine building.
Yeah.
You're going to be buying these different building cards. Then when you take that associated action, you'll be able to activate them all. So you'll be able to combo things together, get a bunch of different things done. I think I'm really going to enjoy that aspect of this game.
I think it's going to be super powerful as well because every time you take that color action, you're doing all the buildings of that type that you have. So if you've built up 6 and you keep going back there, it's just like boom, 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 triggering this huge chain of events.
Right. Yeah, I think going in, my expectations are I think I'm going to enjoy this game. There's a couple other things going on that make it random each time, like those global impact cards. So it's not like you're playing the same game every single time. Different things will happen. Buildings will come out in different order. So yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy this play.
Yeah, I think it's also going to be tough choices, trying to gather all those resources, trying to beat people to certain areas so that you're being as efficient as possible, not wasting workers. One of the other features that I really like is you have these endgame score tiles that you can only gain a maximum of 5 points for. Right. I like that. Yes. Where it's not just like, I'm going to build up and get 25 points for this one and you're going to get 3 for yours or something. It's just like 5 cap. I think that's a cool little feature.
Yeah, because then it makes you from saying hyper focusing on one thing to get 1,000 points for it. Right. There's a limit to what you can focus on. Then you got to shift focus to something else. Yeah. So it makes you dabble a little bit in everything.
Yeah. I thought that was an interesting twist to endgame scoring tiles.
But you can still customize your scoring to what you're doing because there's a whole bunch of these tiles. Yeah. And there's 3 face up, and at different points during the game you might be able to take one of them. Right. So you can say, I really want that one. That'll combo well with this other one
you already have. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I'm expecting a lot of combos, both with those
yes.
Those building locations, being able to activate those, as well as trying to get synergy between the achievement tiles. Yeah, I think it's going to be a cool game.
Yeah, I think I'm really going to enjoy this. I was excited to get to the table, so
all right, well, finally. Let's get it played. We'll come back and see what we think of Manhattan Project Energy Empire.
All right, let's do it.
Hello everyone and welcome back. We just finished our first play of Manhattan Project Energy Empire.
We sure did. No relation to Manhattan Project.
Other than the art style, I think. And the same company.
Yes.
So a little bit of history into our first play. We played 3 players.
Yeah.
Took us exactly 1 hour.
Yeah, right on the nose.
Right on the nose. And it was also 15 minutes teaching time. And it was my first time teaching the game.
Yeah. Went very smoothly, too.
Yeah. Yeah, the iconography is very clear on everything that you do, so it makes teaching a lot easier of the game. So yeah, what was your first impressions?
Right out the gate, I was very happy with something, and that was the worker placement aspect about how, I can go to another location where someone else is, but I have to pay more energy to do that. That is a cool feature. However, the kicker was that people are pulling back their workers at different times. So if you can plan it and you can wait for your opponents to run out of workers and they have to pull their guys back, now I can go there for 1 instead of spending 3 energy to do that.
Right.
That happened like in the first few minutes of the game, and I was just like, yes, this is awesome.
And I did not have that feeling at all, and I think that's because I was start player.
Right.
Because everyone starts off with 3 workers. You might get an extra one based on the country that you choose.
Yeah.
But you were always the last to place the workers. So we were pulling ours off automatically before you. So you were able to wait, whereas I would not have been able to wait.
Right.
I would have had to have done that.
And that's where getting new workers, buying new workers, getting the new dice so you have more energy.
Yeah.
And then trying to min-max that.
Yeah.
So you're planning out. You're not always, like we were talking about, building those crazy combos where you take this action and then you get like 8 free actions or whatever that you can take. You might have the workers to do all of them, or the energy to do all of that. You might not want to, because you might be waiting for a certain free space to open up. So you're just like, oh, I'll just put out 1 right now and do this. I'll just do this and keep a little bit of energy waiting for that perfect time to just jump in there as soon as someone leaves.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel the worker placement in a 3-player game, like people were blocking me or I had to think about spending it so much.
Okay.
But because the same number of worker placement spaces are available in a 3-player game versus, I believe the game goes up to 5.
Right.
I think you would feel that a whole lot more in a higher player count.
Sure.
Definitely. Yeah. But I definitely felt you needed those energy dice so you could power your combos. It's no good to have 5 cards and then you take an action and then you don't have the energy to power all those things.
Exactly, right.
So you definitely want to be getting those dice to be able to do that.
Right.
Which is also a good thing when there's multiple uses for a resource in a game. Like if energy was just in order to place higher stacks out on the board,
right,
then it'd be like, well, if nobody's taking the action, then why am I using all this energy? But the fact that it has that dual purpose is really good. Plus, if you don't spend all that energy, then you can get those achievement tiles when you go to generate if you have extra left over.
So and that was really hard to do, I felt.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I want to take another action, but I'll just generate now so I can get the victory point token that really synergizes with what I'm doing.
Sure.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was definitely sitting there several times as it came down to the period where I was going to generate, and I was like, oh, I really would love to take this action. It's open. There's no one there. Yeah. I could do it and get a bonus feature, or I could quit now and get this bonus tile. Again, I was mentioning in the beginning how those bonus tiles, they only go to a maximum of 5. I found it hard to get those to 5.
Yes. They're not easy.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't until the very last action of the game that I took that I was able to get each of them up to 5.
Yeah, I think I only managed to get like 1 of my 4 up to 5, something like that.
So it wasn't as big of a deal as I thought it would
be. The other thing was that from the very first, 3 actions, I felt like the game was ending.
Yeah.
Like, sure. Because it's based on how quickly people are taking pollution, and you can see the stacks going down, and then the next stack, and then the next stack. I was just like, the game's almost over.
Yeah.
The game is almost over. Oh my goodness. I definitely felt the pressure coming on, and I think this game would only get better with more plays as you learn to be more efficient.
Yeah.
So that you can feel like you get more done during a game. Whereas our first game, I was kind of just like ham-fisting it all over the place.
Sure.
And then by the time I started to get something going, the game was almost over. So I think this game would benefit from playing more and kind of manipulating that pollution a little bit. So you're not always taking pollution. It's like, oh, I'll take this action. Pollution. And then the game's over.
Right. The one thing that I love about that, trying to keep up with that pollution being pulled off, there's 6 stacks. And as each of the 6 stacks ends, you're flipping over an event card. And that is a periodic scoring for that time. And then something bad happens. So you always want to look at that card and see what it is because it's face down.
Yeah.
It's a specific action to take that. And I always felt like, okay, I need to go and take this action to look at this card and find out what we're scoring and what bad things are going to happen. And the stack would just empty down. And I was like, oh no, I don't have time to both look at this and then take an action to clear out my board. Because as you mentioned, you're scoring something in your environment, one of those rows. So it's like, do I look at it? Or do I look at the next one? Or do I clear something off my board hoping I'm clearing off the right thing to get points?
Yeah.
Definitely hard choices to make.
Yeah, I think I like the game quite a bit, but like I said, I think I'll like it even more after the next play, and then probably even more after the next play, because I think this one will benefit from those repeat plays for sure.
Definitely. I really enjoyed this first play. I'm excited to get it back to the table and play it again.
All right. Well, that was Manhattan Project Energy Empire. Don't forget to go down, hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We think you're awesome when you do so.
It's clutch. You can go into the description down below where we have a link to our website. On our website, we do podcasts that are about 2 to 3 hours long if you enjoy hearing board game banter for that long.
All right. Well, see you guys next time.
All right. Take care.